Welcome to Made-in-Alberta and our chapter called Retrofitting. Millbourne Mews is a 28-year-old non-profit housing project that recently got a whole new lease on life, in more ways than one.
We're a private non-profit housing society, and we have funding from Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation to develop and build and manage these properties.
The site planning of Millbourne Mews was quite innovative at that time in the early 80s. It allowed a great place for children and families to have a backyard, which they don't usually have in housing projects.
And our original mandate was to provide innovative management, innovative design. We were restricted at the outset as far as the innovative design was concerned, because we had to be practical and we had to stay within the maximum unit prices.
The building was designed with some flaws originally that we had to live with. Consequently, over time, there was enough deterioration to the outside envelope that we could basically classify it as a typical exterior envelope building failure.
You're not going to rent if you don't look good, so we had to look good, and at the same time we felt we better go one step further and make sure that we caught up technically to windows, doors, insulating the siding.
If you're going to do good management with respect to residential properties or commercial properties or office buildings, you have to have good management principles behind it, which means that you have to spend the proper funds to maintain the integrity of these buildings.
Under the terms of the agreement with CMHC, we had to put in a certain amount of money into what's now referred to as a reserve fund. And it always seemed to us that they didn't allow us to put enough money in. We always fought with them, I guess, in a kind of a nice sort of way, to increase that allocation each year into the reserve fund.
We're at the end of the original life cycle of the building, and by reinvesting in the structure and the appearance of the building, we've basically given it another 50 years of much more useful life than was built originally.
The basic philosophy is that we're a non-profit society. We don't want to make a profit. But we had to put money away for future needs as far as keeping the project looking good. And I think we've managed to do that quite well.
Join us again on Made in Alberta. We'll hear the technical and financial details of this retrofitting project. And we'll hear from the caretaker about how it's made a difference to life here at Millbourne Mews.
What we're seeing is that maybe our tenants haven't been hit quite as hard as a lot of people with increased utility costs.